You know what, JC, I got a couple questions for you. You've been asking me all the questions, but what I've been getting as far as questions from people who are solar pros is why are they having to pay $49 a month here when they can go to another solar company and not have to pay anything per month?
Interesting you say that, Sam. That's one of my favorite questions to answer. So not only 49, by the way, most of them are opting to pay 99 voluntarily, which I'm not going to break down the $99 one just yet. We're going to just talk about the 49. So first and foremost, the way that we're set up with Oncore Solar, right, our solar division, Oncore Solar, is we set people up as a broker day one, not as a mere sales rep. I'll give you a funny story. And this, by the way, is not a short answer, so get ready. So I had a guy that knocked on my door selling solar for a big solar company. And I prospected him. And he says, after he learns a little bit in the conversation at my doorstep, he says, look, it all sounds good, but, you know, the XYZ company, I won't mention the company, XYZ company, you know, they don't charge me anything to sell solar here. And I asked him, that's fair enough. And I got into a lot of the bullet points that I'm going to get into here today. But the first thing I asked is, how many sales do you do a month on average? He says 3. I say, let's look at your last deal, and I'm going to enter it into my system to see how much we would make here. He made $3,000 on that deal, maybe 3,100 or something. So we look at it here, about 6,200. So a little bit over double what he was making. I said, you're making about double with us than you are with them. And you say you close 3 deals a month? He says, yes. I'm like, so you're leaving $9,000 on the table. Oh, and by the way, he said, they don't charge me anything, and they give me a bunch of free stuff. He used a different S word.
Right.
So he says, and they give me a bunch of free stuff. So after I show him 3 sales on average at $3,000 that you're losing, that's $9,000 a month. Let me ask you something. Are they giving you $9,000 worth of free stuff? So, and then he chuckled. He says, touche. He says, touche. Right. He says, that's a good point. He says, I would make that much. How's that possible? I say, here's how it's possible. Do you have a Costco membership by chance? He says, I do. I said, my wife, my kids love spaghetti. There's a spaghetti at Ralph's, a spaghetti thing that costs $10.
Right.
2 of the same size, same brand, same everything cost $10 at Costco. Double for same price. How's that possible, Sam? The membership.
The membership, yeah.
Because of the membership, Costco makes more money from the membership. Right. So while the average company, Sam, needs to make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on an install, we can make as little as $750. Not to mention that when we work with our installer, our credibility, we got the lowest pricing possible to start because of our credibility and the sheer volume and leadership that the company has. So we already started with the best pricing. Then in addition to that, we pay people a true 85% of the field. We pay the sales rep 70% of the profits, and we pay another 15% in overrides. So that 70% that we pay people for $49 a month, I say, that is more than what 95% of people outside selling solar will make anywhere else. So I tell people, unless you don't plan on selling 1 deal every 2 years, then you probably shouldn't be with us. But if you plan on selling 1 deal every 2 years, you'll still net more money with us than you will with any other company. So that's number 1. Now, in addition to that, again, you're not just a sales rep. You have your own back office. You have your own tracking system. You could track all of your team. You could track all of your customers. You have your own project managers. You've got your own OncoreSolar.com website. People go there. They put their lead. It goes into your back office. Everything is tracked. Now, I'm not talking about like a regular system. Like all the levels, all the overrides from all your team is tracked there. Your entire team is tracked there. So you got your websites. You got your back office. You got your CRM, right? The other thing is the training and the support that we offer people. A lot of people in the solar industry are familiar with Danny Pesci. The background that you're in, think of Danny Pesci kind of like the Eric Worre of the solar industry. He's one of the best trainers out there. He's got an incredible virtual course that costs, I think, $1,200 or $1,500 a year for people. So there's all kinds of solar reps from different companies that do whatever they do with their companies, but they go to his events, they pay for his events, and then they also buy his system, right? Well, think about this. Let's say it's on the low end, $1,200 a year. For the $49 a month, our reps get it for free. Literally, it's better to get it through us than to get it on its own. Sorry, Danny. I hope that that doesn't throw you off, right? But my point is this:
he don't mind. He got the plug.
He don't mind. He's got the plug. He knows what we're doing, right? And we got a lot of customers for him. So But our members and the 49, they get it for free. Bro, $49 a month is $600 a year. That membership that solar pros pay $1,200 a year for plus, they're getting it for half price for here, in addition to the highest commissions, in addition to everything else that we offer. So not only that, but the leadership, we don't just train people on selling solar. We train people on building a business. I mean, we've got solar pros like, dude, I had no idea. Now I got 10 real estate offices in my business that continually send me and my mentors business that sometimes we can't even handle the leads because you guys don't just teach door knocking. You guys teach us how to build a business in 35 states. Most solar guys, bro, they could sell in one state or a part of one state. So if you got a lead in Texas, you're fresh out of luck. Here, guess what? Pick 35 states. You know what I mean? So that's another reason. The other reason is the mentor program. We have the absolute best mentor program in the industry, best lead program. And by the way, my first 3 years in solar, working an average of 26 hours a week, I closed over 320 deals in a 3-year period, right? Working 26 hours a week from home. 95% of my sales came via Zoom. That program we have here. So when somebody becomes a mentor, that means they close 5 deals on their own. They become a mentor with our company. Now, anybody in the entire company, in Oncore Solar and BYLD Network being the parent company, when they enter leads, they can contact any one of our mentors in our company. We have a gentleman, shout out to my buddy Jabari in Atlanta. This guy closed 28 virtual solar deals in the month of March 2024. I'm going to ask a rhetorical question. How many other companies do that? Answer, none. That doesn't exist, bro. Didn't pay for those leads.
Right.
Those leads are, the guy has to turn off his closer status. He has to go in there. Not only him, Hans is another one, a part of your team, right?
Right.
Hans has to turn off his mentor status sometimes because I got too many leads. Yeah. So we got the best leads in the industry, the best issues in the industry, the best training and support in the industry. And the other thing is this. The best compensation plan for overrides. Because here's the thing. I love selling solar. I told you it's going to be a long-winded answer. But I love selling solar. Solar's great. But here's the problem. It's still linear income. Yeah. One thing the pandemic taught us is that people could get sick. People could get injured. People could be out of commission. And if your income is solely dependent on you, whether you're a solar guy or a realtor or insurance guy, if your income is solely dependent on you, you are dead in the water. It is dependent on you being okay. And I'm 41 years old. I'm a grown-ass man, bro. Right. I've been through some stuff. I know firsthand. When you're younger, you think you're invincible. Nothing can happen to you. As you get older, you get wiser. You see things. Maybe it didn't happen to you, but you've seen it happen to other people, and you realize, man, things can change fast. What happened to you in Texas recently? Things can change fast.
Out of my control.
So we teach people. We have, man, no company owner will debate me on this. No, this very studio, Baldwin Park, California, we could have this conversation, a respectful conversation. There's no compensation plan that will beat what we have. We have a compensation plan, brother, because we come from the network marketing world, bro. Yeah. We know how to build intelligent comp plans that pay through unlimited depth. Mm-hmm. The traditional solar dealer model works like this. Here's your commission split. You want to build a team, go ahead and build a team, and you pay them less than you pay yourself, so you make the difference. Mm-hmm. Then those guys do the same thing with their people. Then the same with their people. The guy that's 3-4 levels deep is making peanuts, and he knows that you guys are all taking a piece for your niece. Right. You guys are taking a fraction of the action, right? That doesn't work. So we have a very intelligent comp plan where you can rank up to manager, director, executive director. We have $1 million, you mark my words, man. In less than 4 years, we will have a couple folks making between $500,000 and $1 million a month without selling solar. They started selling solar. Yeah. No company has a comp plan to accomplish that. Right. They don't have it because they don't know how to create comp plans. They wouldn't even understand our comp plans. So when we break it down, we train people and they realize, whoa. And here's the thing. It's an equal opportunity for everybody. Right. It doesn't matter. In a traditional dealer, not just solar, but dealer models in general, whether it's water, security, solar, there's this whole politics game. I know Sam, he's the owner of the company. We went to high school together. Therefore, my rent line is better than your rent line. And you'll never make what I make because Sam's my boy. And if he pays you what he pays me, then he cuts me off. So you are stuck where you're at. In this company, we promote from within, which is how it should be. At least that's our philosophy, right? Maybe it's not how it should be. You can run your company however you want. But for us, that's how it should be. Everybody's on the same 70-30 split off profits. You make a sale, bro. It doesn't matter if you're the newest guy or the most veteran. You make 70% of the profit.
Right.
You do the requirements to get to manager and make a 30% override level 1 and 10% through unlimited levels on your entire team. You got there. Merit promotes you, not your relationship with the owner. It's merit-based. It is production-based, which in my opinion, my philosophy is how it should be. So we have the best comp plan to where there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So eventually, you don't have to be selling solar. I know guys, bro, that have been knocking on doors for 10 years. 10 years. I know a guy, his name's John. He changed his name to Tanner. He's knocking on doors in California for 10 years. Now, I don't know what the word is, but I'm being funny here, right? Let's have some fun, right? We can have fun. Nothing wrong with having some fun, right? But the point is this. I'm like, there's a better way. Yeah. I've made more money than him in my first 3 years, did 20 times more installations than him, got paid on more deals, and I work from home, and 95% of my deals were closed from my home office. I open a door, and I'm in my living room, and I play with my kids. And I take my kids to school, pick them up from school, take them to jiu-jitsu. There's a better way. The only reason why 90% of sales reps in solar are not here yet, Sam, is because they don't know of us yet. Because a company has a membership base, we have the ability to do things that other people can't. For example, what if you're a homeowner and I say, Mr. Homeowner, I know that you're interested, Sam, in solar, and you talk to me about getting a solar proposal. Here's what we'll do. My company has a special where if you allow me to show you a solar savings report, no obligation, even if you decide that solar is not for you, we have a promotion where we'll send you to Vegas for 3 nights, 4 days, no timeshare presentation to sit through or anything like that, 3 nights and 4 days, even if you tell me that you're not interested in solar. Our members can give as many of those as they want. Oh, and by the way, it's not only Las Vegas, it's Cancun. Cancun's like 4 nights and 5 days. Greece, Orlando, Miami, 22 different locations. That's included in their membership. Because again, here's my philosophy. If somebody has a problem with the $49, they're stepping over dollars to pick up pennies. Yeah. So much that you got your own solar brokerage day one nationwide with all of these things. And guess what? The same homeowner that buys solar buys home security. So we are a ADT and Brinks authorized dealer as well. So now you can make an extra $500 to $700 by selling them home security, because guess what? The same homeowner buys that as well. So to me, it doesn't make sense why more solar companies don't offer home security. Yeah. And not only that, you're protecting their home in case of natural disaster with solar, but you're also protecting their home with security against home invasions and stuff like that. Like, it should go hand in hand. And by the way, that's not the only thing that we offer. We offer commercial solar, and there's some very exciting things coming up. We're not just going to be a solar company. So anyway, Sam, I know that was a long-winded answer, but I didn't even cover everything, bro. That's some of the reasons why it's a no-brainer, bro. The $49. Oh, and by the way, refer 4, pay no more. Right. So if you refer 4 people, your $49 is waived. And guess what they want to do? They want to refer 4, pay no more. Now your team grows, your overrides grow, and eventually you're not selling solar anymore. So that's just the $49.
That's organic growth right there. But the thing that I'm excited about, that again was one of the things that helped me pull the trigger, was the membership where you pay $99 a month.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Bro, now we're going into another level that no company is even remotely close to offering. So the people need to understand the $99 membership is optional. They could do $49, sell commercial solar, residential solar should be number one because that's our primary service. Commercial solar, home security through 2 of the biggest home security companies. And you can do all of that, override your team with the best comp plan in the industry for $49 a month. Now, you want to take it a step further. Why would somebody pay the $99 membership, an extra $50? Right. So instead of $49, it's $99 a month. Also has a refer 4, pay no more. So that's important to clear up. Now you get the Smart Money Club, which I'll break down, and you also get the BYLD Rewards app. And guess what it opens up? It opens up your residual income. So a question I would have for solar pros is this: do you have residual bills? Rhetorical question again. Yes, they do. We all do, right? So if you have residual bills, why wouldn't you have residual income? To me, that is a crazy thing, not only to solar people or salespeople, anybody. If you got residual bills, you should have residual income. So there's 2 things. There's passive income, sales that your organization makes that you override. And then there's residual income. Your existing clientele pay a membership that pays you an income on a monthly basis, a reoccurring income, right? So, like royalties. So the $99 membership, first of all, we know that in solar there's a lot of money. The people that are watching this, they know there's a lot of money in solar. But question, what are you going to do with all that money? Did you learn the secrets of the rich when you were in school? The top 3% of the world are the wealthy, the top 3%. Did your parents or the school you go to teach you how to be your own bank, how to use your dollar twice, how to pay yourself, how to retire tax-free, how to set up your proper entity business? I guarantee you most of the people watching this video that are on commission get paid to their social security number. That's ludicrous, bro. I never really talk about this, and I'm not doing it for ego purposes. But I drive a nice BMW 7 Series, right? I pay less for my BMW because of the way that I'm structured than what my friend that drives a Camry pays. Nothing wrong with a Camry. It's a great car. But what if you know how to set yourself up where that is a tax write-off properly, where you are your own banking, you pay yourself first, and you earn compound interest on your own money, and you're setting yourself up tax-free for retirement. So the Smart Money Club shows everybody has a credit repair software for your personal credit, your client's credit, your family's credit. It's already included, right? Now, all they got to do is pay the credit monitoring software because you got to pull up the credit report. But the software to dispute and fix your credit, by the way, I own a credit repair company. You know what we charge to fix credit? $1,000. And they got to pay for the credit monitoring program.
Right.
So they don't have to pay the $1,000, right? They could do it themselves with an AI credit repair software. So it comes in, because you've got to have the proper credit yourself. Once you remove that stuff, you've got the credit building. Then you get into everything that we talked about, right? The Smart Money Club offers, which is a be your own bank and all these things. So it's basically an entrepreneurship membership. When you are a sales rep or a team builder of some sort, you are an entrepreneur. So you should set up your entity properly. So what is a proper entity for the individual? So when I talk to my partner, the founder of the company, the CEO, Mr. Wences Navarro, he comes from the financial services industry. Right. He says, JC, we're going to have people making so much money with this, but that's not enough. Because how many times have we seen people make so much money, 5 years, 10 years down the line, they got nothing to show for it. You know why? Because they were a millionaire, let's say, in their bank account, but they were broke in their mindset, in their skill set. Nobody taught them. There's a school system certainly doesn't teach us this. So we got to create a community. And by the way, the Smart Money Club is a third-party service that's sold outside, not even to our network. People pay $50 a month for the Smart Money Club just to be learning these things that you mentioned earlier in the podcast, where there's people that charge how much for this information in their seminars.
Yeah, $5,000, $10,000 depends on who's selling it.
And it's worth it. But they could get that information and more here. Not only the information, but the tools, the dashboard that shows them, here's where you are, where your goals to be by the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, depending how old you are. Are you on track? No, you're not on track. Here's what you need to do to get on track.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy. Then you got and by the way, I'm giving you the brief overview. Then you got the BYLD Rewards app, all of your shopping, get discounts. Last weekend, I went to Palm Springs, right? This is just a small example. I went to Palm Springs. My wife booked the hotel, because it's 2 hours away. So it was $1,010 for 3 nights, right? And I said, oh, you already booked it? She says, yes. I said, let me see how much it'll cost through my BYLD Rewards app. I get the same hotel, bro, the same weekend, same everything, identical. It was $906. From $1,010 to $906. I saved $104. That's the cost of the membership, which, by the way, I don't pay the membership because I referred my 4. Right. So I got these benefits free. Just that alone, I saved $104 on a trip I was going to take anyways. Right. All your shopping from major retailers to major restaurants. Now you got the app on your phone. They scan it. Oh, guess what? You just save 15%. You want to book some plane tickets? It'll beat Orbitz. It'll beat Travelocity. It'll beat all of these. You're saving. So on all of your shopping from stores to restaurants to hotels and flights and car rentals, it's a member benefit that people get for being here. And what that does now is, since your team is growing, you grow a team of 10 to 20 people, you're making a $500 a month residual income. And so now you're not just making your solar commissions, your solar overrides and security and commercial solar, but now you open up, which I won't get into the details, but our residual income, there's better than anybody. What's that dual team cap out, bro? At
$250,000 a month.
250,000.
Yeah.
We've mixed a beautiful industry called network marketing with high ticket sales, direct sales, that people could choose, keyword, choose to participate in, or they could choose not to. They could choose, I just want to sell solar, override solar, great. But there's more out there, because I know some people that are watching this, you made 100 grand, 200 grand last year, and you probably, not everybody, but I'm sure there's some people that they don't know what they did with that money. They know that they were not very smart with that money. Like, I should probably start to learn some of these things. Being my own bank sounds interesting. Retiring tax-free sounds interesting. Using my dollar 2 times sounds interesting. I should probably learn that. Well, it's an extra $50 if you want to. And people like yourself, people like myself, they come in, they get started with us month 1, and they never have an overhead month 2 because they referred, therefore they pay no more.
Yeah. And going back, if you would, to people, most people's money's already spent.
Right.
By the time they get it. First of all, you're spending about $1.22 on average for every dollar that you earn in America.
Right.
And that's based on everything that you got financed. That's based on interest rates. That's based on everything that you're buying, in advance using plastic, And so a lot of people are in debt over their head, and it's for them. They need this, if for no other reason, just to go ahead and get their money to go backwards and regress backwards. So now they can start spending $1 for every dollar, and then they can start spending 80 cents for every dollar, until now they get to the point where they can live off of about 20% of what they bring in.
Right. And that is a goal. Those are the things that we teach people that they didn't teach us in school. No. Most of our parents didn't teach us these things. So we don't have a philosophy of using people to build a company. We have a philosophy of using the company to build people. Right. And if we build strong people, not only that can sell, that can speak, that can build, that have leadership skills, but also teach people on financial fitness and wealth building and all these things that we talk about, we are creating a tremendous culture of winners that their children and their grandchildren are going to thank them for coming to Oncore Solar and Build Network.
Let me ask you a question. You remember a little show called The Lion King?
Yep.
Remember Simba?
Yep.
Well, that was an actor, a child actor, and they paid him. They were going to pay him $2 million to do the voiceover for Simba. And most people who have parents that are not that doesn't have a high economic IQ would have jumped on the $2 million and ran with it, right? But his mother, opted not to take the $2 million, but to strike a deal on royalties. Oof. And so they opted out of the $2 million and took the royalties. He's made in excess of $2 million now, and it's never going to stop.
Right.
But had they had a low economic IQ, right, they would have took the money, the $2 million, like everybody else, and wouldn't have anything to show for it. And so now they're continuing to get paid as long as Simba is Simba and in circulation, those royalties are kicking in. So think about it like this.
Wow.
You have people who, going back to what you said, you could definitely come in and make $2 million on sales. You can do that, and just on sales alone. But what happens when you put that membership, that royalty effect on it? Now you're making money off your own efforts, your team efforts, and the residuals coming from, the membership, the royalties. So I just thought that, I just read that this morning. It's crazy.
It's so true, and that's a great point. That I didn't know that story. I had never heard that before. But I think the moral of the story here is this. Stop stepping over dollars to pick up pennies. Mm-hmm. Get together with one of our consultants, one of our professionals. They'll show you how to get started. And we'll see you at the top or from the top. Take care.